what you have to show.
Hello, today we have cycled down to the canal to see what's there, and we've come down to New Mills, which just before you get there has got the Swizzles factory, so the air is just full of the smell of sweets, so you get all the pleasure of the smell without having to eat the sugar. It's really nice actually. And New Mills has got the start of the Millennium Walkway, which was something that our friends Ray and Julia told us about last year, and we're at the start of it now, just about to go and check it out, so you can come along. It's rather spectacular up here. We're up high, and down there you can see the big weir, and halfway around, which is sort of hidden there, is the train line running above the river but below New Mills. I've heard that that's a really scenic ride, so I'm quite sure that at some point we'll be on that train. So in the meantime, we're going to go and check out the walkway. The path starts high around the back of this little street in New Mills, but very quickly goes down to the river. There's just so much amazing architecture around here. What are you looking at?
Looking at the rock. They drop down in there. The trench.
The river is the River Goit. And this is the Millennium Walkway. The man who led the building of this walkway was rather tragically killed in the London bombings in 2005, so this bridge stands as a monument to him now. It's rather beautiful. This is such a clever idea to put this walkway perched around here. The railway line is just up there. It's all in layers here because of the height of the land. It looks like the Himalayan balsam is going to win out over the giant hogweed down there, which is a bad plant but very impressive nonetheless. The back of the mill is a little less tidy than the front. And there's a cool footbridge going over. Interesting, these walls down here are used for rock climbing, and there's a guy who's free climbing at the moment over there. Guess he knows what he's doing. No. Yeah, you've got to be careful with no ropes. So over the last few weeks I've been teaching myself how to crochet a garment, and I chose a quite high level one. It's been a real learning curve, but I figured I could do all my learning on something that was tricky, and I've got there. I've just this minute finished it, but I have to lay it out or pin it out on damp cloths and let it dry. And obviously on a boat there is nowhere big enough to pin out an entire dress with long sleeves, so the only place that I've got is a solar panel, which I've just scrubbed down to make sure it's clean, and I'm going to pin the dress out now. Hopefully it will fit on that. I did make it to go to a summer party, but I've realised it's going to be really hot. Of course, if it was knitted, you'd be pressing this with an iron. But obviously, cotton and crochet are different. It doesn't help that I can't get the boat into the side, so I'm hanging off the gunwales doing this. So round to the other side. I want to iron it, but that's what it says to do. We were sitting on the boat tonight and we could hear a commotion, and realised it was a very loud television, and it's the England v Argentina match tonight. So as it's going to be loud anyway, we thought if you can't beat them, not that either of us are into football, but we've got to find the pub. It's literally as a crow flies, it's about 2 minutes from the boat, but there's no way down the hill to it. So I think there's going to be a little path around here and find our way through the woods. Looks like we found a little path down by a bridge. Yeah, I think this is it, H. It's on the Ordnance Survey. There's sort of steps down here. Yeah, it's definitely down here. Honest, there's steps. He doesn't believe me. Yeah, I can see a proper track down here. Well, this is fun. We're on a magical mystery tour. It must be a very little country pub. Well, we found a road, and I can see a building with lights on at the end there. So I guess that's where we're going. We're aiming to get there before half time so we can get a drink, because it'll go mad at half time. Then we can just watch the end of it. Everywhere you look here, you see the peaks. It's just so beautiful. We were standing in New Mills today looking at all the smoke running along the tops of the peaks from the fire that's still ongoing at Glossop. Okay, here we go. Well, they've got a big screen set up in the garden and a big one inside as well. Half time 0-0. A bit scrappy so far. Not that I know. Oh, they scored. Well, they scored an equaliser, and you know what that means. It's going to go to penalties. So we thought we might as well go and watch that back at the boat. And we found this little path that goes up between these houses. It goes straight up to the canal, which makes it an even shorter journey. You can hear the televisions everywhere, even though we're in a field. Well, this is a rather nice walk back, and I'm sure if there's another goal, we'll hear from here. Oh, something's just happened. Whether it's England or Argentina, we don't know. Better get back and find out quick. This is from the boat. And that was a good 10 minutes walk. Oh well, oh dear, oops. Never mind. On to the next one. Hello, little grasshopper.
We're going to be famous now.
Well done. What do you think? We are officially stuck on the Peak Forest Canal for the foreseeable. Water levels are low. There's a collapsed culvert which is stopping them bringing so much water into the canal as usual. Interestingly, they've just started letting in a bit of water from the Toddbrook Reservoir, which was, if you remember, the huge reservoir which nearly breached about, I want to say 5 years ago. They had to get helicopters and things in to dam it, and the repair was massive, cost millions, and this year they've been letting it slowly fill up, but obviously by rainfall, because they didn't want to fill up too fast, and of course there hasn't been much rainfall this part of the year, but there is water in it and they're allowing a bit in, so they are bringing it back into service, which will be really good news eventually for this part of the system. Meanwhile, we've been told we won't get any overstay notices. We're very happy about that. We're very happy to be stuck here. We've sort of got used to that over the last few years, so as long as you manoeuvre yourself into a place where you can get shopping and access public transport, then it's fine. Today we're off to a festival in Manchester, so we're going out. We're going to meet our friend Les and some others, and of course it's the only day for months that any rain is forecast, but that's Manchester for you. I have no idea what it's going to be like. We've booked the last train back tonight, which is actually quite late. We're going to cycle into Marple and leave our bikes at the station there. So, looking forward to it, looking forward to being out. Right, well, you're in Hume. Got a bit lost, but we can hear music ahead now. Finding our way back to the narrowboat from the middle of Manchester. I love these lights, they're so clever. It's been quite a while since we've been out, and now we've got to go back and find our way back to our bicycles and then cycle along a dark towpath. Whoa. In the rain, with the canal to the right looming. Right, well, it's about time that I ended this very disparate video. We've actually moved a tiny bit today. We've been at the mooring I started this video on for well, over 2 weeks in the end. We had a week where we didn't have to move, and I think we have to move now, although nobody's really sure. The locks are open for assisted passage, so we've moved down a wee bit. Today we are going to finish off, we're definitely going to finish today, the Houdini hatch. Oh my goodness, it's taken so long. So as you can see, H has gone all around the edge where the chrome is with wood. I've just got to give that one more lick of paint. We've done the inside bit with cork. We've done the bit here with the sticky on stuff that we got from the camper van company, and we've realised that this blue and white rope doesn't suit anymore, and anyway it's sort of joined in a couple of places, which looks a little bit scruffy now. So my job today is to get that off. We've bought some nice rope which will match the cork, and then that will be finished and is no longer an irritant when we look at it, which is fabulous. And the only thing we've got to do then, I say the only thing, is to do the same with this one. And as you can see, Henry's made a start on it, so the corners will be done like that. Again, we'll have rope around it and the whole thing should be tidied right up. And now that the Houdini's hatch has been done, then hopefully this will happen a little quicker. Now it's coming off quite easily. It's got these little tacks in it. Have you got a pair of pliers I can pull them out with?
In there.
Okay. Excellent. So H is just binding up the ends of the rope. He's had a little practice here. So the idea is to bind up the two ends and then we'll find a nice little fitting to pop them into. And you've started by just securing the end so it doesn't come undone, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm just going to do normal whipping. I was actually, at one point, I was going to do sailmaker's whipping, which looks nice, but I don't think it's really appropriate in this case because it won't be going through blocks and tackles, so it just needs to be decorative.
And there it is, all finished. Rope is tacked into place and Henry's going to glue that in once we've got a little brass olive to go over the ends. So that's it for this week. Have a good one everyone, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.
What you have to show. Won't you come and say if you know